Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the most anticipated breakfast show on Nigerian TV. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Absolutely welcome. Thursdays are the new Fridays is what I like to think. So yes, indeed, welcome. It's the one they call your daily dose of happiness, your daily essence for a good start to every single weekday. And boy, are we so excited to get on with today's show. It's a Thursday, guys. Let's get on with it, shall we?
Thursdays are like kind of artsy for us.
Yeah,
you know?
always.
We try to put in some really creative stuff on Thursday editions because we know it's quarter to almost hop, skip and jump the weekend.
It is the weekend for me.
But let's begin with this prized nugget for you. Now, a job can't make us rich or independent, but people are what make you happy. So having us
very nice one.
in your homes every morning should give you that sprinkling of happiness you need.
Quite deep. Nice, nice. Now, I also have one too. Check this out. Now, they say money can't bring you happiness, but the truth is that it actually can.
Oh, wow.
The truth is you have to actually give it out to activate it. See?
Oh, okay.
Give it a little bit more. There was a Nigerian actor yesterday who said, however, stop documenting the good that you do for people.
Okay.
So when you do give it out, you don't need to let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
A lot of parables and
very,
anecdotes coming from Mazino
very
today.
deep today. Thank you very much.
But you know what? On that note, we like to believe that we've set the right tone for the rest of your week. Hopefully, we're helping you beckon on happiness and goodness, and we've prepared to serve you a really great Thursday today, so make sure you don't go anywhere.
We're in the mood, and you guys are gonna, well, join in very soon.
Yeah.
And of course, we're gonna be bringing you guys some very fantastic stuff in here, especially inside of the kitchen. Well, hey, my name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinso. It's all about you staying with us, and you can stay tuned to us throughout the show if you stay live with us. We stream live on tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
And you can also download the app on Android and iOS. All you need to do is carry us with you. And also follow us across all the platforms. We're at TVC Connect on Twitter, X, X, Facebook Threads,
all of them,
all the new ones and all the old ones and everything. In any case, welcome. It's going to be a grand one. Are you seeing us already on GOTV channel 16? No? Okay, so try switching on to UHF band 49. That's where you can catch us live on terrestrial.
Coming up, we have a great performance coming your way from Henry Akaedu. Yeah, Thursday, Tuesday, really?
Are you hoping that the week...
Thursday edition. Well, I wasn't here yesterday, so it kind of like seems like the week is just starting for me, but in any case.
But you know, I think we are actually really blessed because, you know, on the show, we get to take pictures together all the time. You know, we sit, we arrange ourselves, you know, according to height, according to what we're wearing. It's part of our job.
Whatever.
Did I see a picture? Did you put a picture on the group of a bunch of dogs dragging a cat into a picture frame? That was really funny.
So the caption was what caught me. The way, how hard it is to actually get family members to come and take a family picture. Remember back in the day, when you get to your family house, there's always a picture of everyone on the wall. Now it's just so hard to get everyone in the picture. Some just don't want to wear what everybody wants to wear.
No.
Some want to wear anko, some don't. Some have jackpot.
Yeah, exactly.
When you say family, you mean extended family?
Oh, well, maybe not extended, like father, mother, and kids.
Yeah.
You know, extended family would be...
How can it be so difficult to get your children to...
Well, not yours. I'm talking about your
age group.
When you're older.
Yeah, like for instance, when was the last time you had... Well, when was the last time you had a picture of you, your brothers, your sisters, and your father and mother in a picture?
Even at birthdays, it's like, you know, someone is maybe...
Always missing.
Welcome someone, or, you know, there's some guest distracting someone else, or, you know, something's just always off. Getting that perfect family picture.
I don't think it's such an issue, really. I think it also comes from your family values. Right, because
True, actually.
Yeah, it comes from your family values because
how much you appreciate family.
Yeah, if you really appreciate, you know, family, you'll make time. I mean, if I want to do a family photo shoot in that regard, and I want my sister here tomorrow, she'll fly in.
So you've hit the nail on the head. the reason why people don't actually want to come is not everybody is happy with everybody in the first place.
Well,
so there was a time. There was a
goes
time
back to
that we
family
would
values.
fake
true, it actually
No,
still
there's
does.
a time people
back to
just
family
fake it.
But now everybody's a bit too woke and like, if you don't like, you don't like it. I don't like what I hate. I'm not going to be there. If you guys are not,
Exactly.
But I would like to say that eventually we were able to get one last November when it was my father's and my mother's wedding anniversary for their 50th.
Okay.
So I'm happy that we were able to get that moment and everybody was in one
Yeah,
picture.
because
That
I
was
know
grand.
for Mazzino, his family, I mean, the little I know of his family, they're very closely knitted.
No, we're not. No, I'm not.
You talk about your family.
I do talk because yeah. But the fact is,
The reason why I laugh,
I don't agree with
the
you.
reason why I laugh is that
Okay.
there are
Take it
some squabbles in families that show in the pictures, but we'll talk a bit about that another time. But
Can't believe you got me to admit that on national TV. I love my family. Let's do the weather. Let this moment go away.
hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. Thanks for joining us. Transportation is one of the key areas the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, is prepared to turn around in the FCT. In line with this, his first official inspection of facilities was to the Abuja Light Rail Station, Abuja Central Business District. Here's the report.
The new FCT minister is prepared to kick off his assignment from day one. In his inaugural briefing, Mr. Wike had identified a short and long-term approach to returning the Federal Capital Territory to its pride of place, and he is prepared to step on toes to achieve his vision. This early visit to the metro station of the Abuja Light Rail is indicative of the style of project inspections he says he will adopt. He is accompanied by the Minister of State, FCT Mariga Mahmood, and meets with the Chinese expatriate in charge of construction. He is not satisfied that facilities were left to waste, noting that this is what has given rise to part of the facilities being vandalized.
You talk about vandalization. Why would the place not be vandalized? I was just asking you. You are doing fencing. The fencing is not completed. So it is easy for people to come in from there. And these are the things I spotted as I came in.
He then undertakes a train ride to the airport and back. Speaking after an assessment of the rail terminal, the Honorable Minister disclosed that the rail mass transit system will be completed and commissioned in a few months, as it will be instrumental in reducing traffic congestion in the city.
This is constructed with public funds, and therefore there's no need for any abandoned project. It's one of the projects we want to immediately complete and put into use.
The Abuja Light Rail was launched in 2018, but only the section between Abuja Metro Station and the airport was operational, with an intermediate station at Idu. But in early 2020, passenger service on the Abuja line was suspended due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
And now outside Nigeria, let's turn our attention to a plane crash in Russia, where Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin is reported to be on board a jet, which crashed, killing all passengers. Russia's Civil Aviation Authority confirms this in a statement.
Earlier, Wagner-linked Telegram channel Grey Zone reported that the private plane which belonged to Prigozhin was shot down by air defenses. The jet was flying from Moscow to St. Petersburg with 7 passengers and 3 crew members. Prigozhin led a failed mutiny against the Russian armed forces in June, and the crash comes on the same day that senior Russian General Sergei Surovikin was sacked as Air Force Chief. The aircraft is said to have come down near the village of Kujankino in the Tver region, about halfway between Moscow and St. Petersburg. Grey Zone said local residents heard 2 bangs before the crash and saw 2 vapor trails. TASS news agency said the plane, an Embraer Legacy belonging to Prigozhin, caught fire on hitting the ground. The aircraft had been in the air for less than half an hour, it added. An investigation has been launched into the crash, and emergency services are searching the scene. Another news agency, RIA, said 8 bodies had been recovered. The Wagner Group had been linked to the junta government in Niger Republic.
And I would like to start up by saying, first of all, welcome, ladies. But I'm worried for you people in Nigeria. I'm worried for
Are
the
you
female
not in
community.
Nigeria?
No, the female community in Nigeria. I say this to say, I say that to say this.
Community.
Female business community in Nigeria. Now, the theme is women should help women. Women help women. Women, you know, that kind of thing. I'm wondering what's happening to that. Now, let's put that aside and forget about it for a moment. And I would like to actually read a comment by a doctor, she says, Kemi, Olunoyo, a post that she put up on Twitter. Now, this is what she says. She says, most Instagram food pages with young female chefs are solely funded by, she uses the word prostitution, according to her. The young ladies cooking use monies from hookups, mostly dollars, from big men to fund their kitchen. I will name them soon, she says, and we will wait. Kitchen diaries and chefs this and that. It's a very bad way to fund business because in the long run, they're selling sex, she says. Now, I'm going to put that aside again. That's our second cut. I'm going to ask, is it absolutely impossible for women to actually succeed in Nigeria without putting some form of sexuality forward? And even if they did, is anything wrong with that? Ladies?
Well,
Let me walk out of the room now.
So, Mazino, the tone in which you said it,
No.
I know. I feel like you're holding back.
I am holding back because
You're
people can now start coming for
but
me
what
after.
we are holding back on is the fact that, in the end, I believe sex sells in every industry. It's not just about the chefs. It's not just about cooking. But in my mind, let these young women breathe. Let them breathe. You people, you were accusing young women of not cooking before. Now they are cooking is problem. Yes,
now they're doing something. Now they're trying to take over
actually in the
industries
kitchen.
and stuff.
Now they're showing skill. You are still coming for them. Let these young women breathe now. My issue is whether it's about the cooking, whether it's about banking, whether it's about insurance, whether it's about media, there's always going to be something someone will call women, beautiful women, out about. I don't feel like taking comments like this to heart makes much sense. I would take everything with a pinch of salt. In my
You would
opinion,
take everything Kemi Olunoyo says with a pinch. I would take everything Kemi Olunoyo says
definitely
with a pinch of
salt. But the thing is, she has said she has some names
That she's going to
that she wants to mention.
She made a few insinuations.
Exactly.
And because, to be honest, some of the names she's saying, but she's not saying, are
How do you know she's saying it? She's not saying it?
Yeah, because I mean, she mentioned.
Or are you thinking so too?
So the,
I want her to.
okay, if we don't use our sexuality to sell our business, what are we going
What?
to use?
Oh,
Okay,
babe,
so
please, take it.
now let me bring that into
My
the
husband
advertising
and I- sorry,
industry.
darling.
Okay.
My husband and I were having a conversation yesterday, last night to be precise. There are two projects I'm working on, slated for October.
When do you sleep? Go on.
Slated for October. And I remember there's one of them, one of the organizations, so I connected one of them earlier on in the year. So because I had not been keeping in touch with this person, I was having a conversation, asking my husband, how do I, reach out to this person now and say, oh, okay, remember the conversation that we
Rejuvenates the
had?
conversation.
Exactly. And then he was saying to me, why am I overthinking it? I should just go ahead and just send him a text. That with women, it's easier.
It's easier.
Because you get women can get anything you want, especially because you're even beautiful. Just go ahead and have that conversation.
So it's not like as if
Right.
you're putting out advances.
No.
It's just I'm feminine.
Exactly.
Okay.
Why not
Yes.
use it? I'm using it to get what I want. Why is it there if I cannot use it?
I would like to bring in advertising here. I dare say that out of every 10 adverts, you would find 7 of them that use that theme in their communication. The
Use
very
a beautiful
popular
woman, or
not just even a woman, or just the
Any
theme.
woman at all.
Let's take a look at the most popular soda in the world. The fact is, the reason why that bottle was modeled that way, is because it takes the form of a female form. So I start to ask, is that a problem? Because we will always, men or women will always be attracted to anything that exudes a certain level of appeal, and in most cases, sexual appeal.
I was just about to say that you hit the nail on the head.
Thank you very much. I'm
There
intelligent.
always has to be an appeal.
Yeah.
And what is most
I'm here.
appealing? Please. What is the most appealing creature in
Yeah,
the world.
well,
But the
yes,
female
the
form.
female form.
Exactly.
My issue
Am I going
is
to use a male form to sell my brand?
my issue is
We're sexy. Stop it.
I don't appreciate the assumption, and I'm going to use the term assumption
carpeting.
until there is fact on it. I don't appreciate the assumption and grouping all young female chefs together in one bracket.
Yeah.
I feel it's very, very unfair.
It's the meaning of
Now, the truth is, whether they were cooking, whether they were mixing cement, the female form is going to be attractive to every market. Even if I see a beautiful or a woman, attractive woman in any industry, I'm interested in seeing what she does because it strikes me. It appeals. It's appealing.
And you know,
exactly.
it's sort of demeaning that you would actually make such a statement about the women folk. So really, does it make it less true? That's not the conversation we are having here.
See, there's another, there's
women...
a deeper conversation, quite frankly. If you want to explore that and the consequences of what she's actually saying is that it just is not as a billboard, but then there are actual acts that follow is what the text goes on to tell. But I don't want to explore that. I don't want to go there.
Yeah, but you know, the way they... So you're also saying young women, and we've also been told by all our aunties, uncles, if you know how to cook well, you get the right man.
Food is
Some
the
of
best,
these-
the
some of
best
these
way.
Women just want to settle down.
Exactly. I mean, next to sex,
to
thank
through
you.
stomach.
Yes, no.
Next to sexuality, food is the most appealing thing.
It's one of the things that I used with my husband.
Oh.
Food.
MM does make a mean burger.
Have you had pepper soup?
I have not.
So much,
Goodness.
Mazino.
MM's pepper soup.
I pride myself
Goodness me.
in my food. I cook well.
Yes. So maybe she's mistaking one for the other.
But then again, she is discrediting a lot of other chefs that have had to break blood, sweat, and tears to get to the point where they are in their chefing or cooking career, which is not fair, right?
But I will say something, though. I will say something.
Oh, here it goes. What are you going to say?
And that's what a lot of people are really going to run with.
I will
All
say
right,
something.
break the table.
I don't think it's only women that use this.
Yes,
I think the men are doing it too.
Oh,
They are doing it too. Have you seen the abs on that guy? I will not mention his name.
We just had a fitness.
When he's cooking and his muscles are rippling and he's flipping that frying pan.
So is that appealing to you?
there's a
order that
particular one. There's also a particular one. Since we all want to be shaking tables and calling people out, there's this particular one. Oh, he knows he is.
He's aware.
The best
He's
thing
aware
that
of
has
it.
happened to mankind since sliced bread.
Woman guy, she means.
The guy uses it.
Yes,
in such an alluring
Dude,
way.
if you want to cook in an apron and only an apron, please go ahead and just cook in only an apron.
Market something.
Sell your market. Please, where are you going? Come back, come
This
back.
conversation is not for me. People are cooking
Even Mazino that is talking.
What?
Oga, you are marketing yourself.
How now?
Your voice is it not marketing?
How now? Please, let's not go break. I want to hear this one. How?
You're marketing your voice. You're marketing your good looks. This hair, you refuse to let it go low. Because you know that it's adding to your beauty.
Yes, no.
Regardless of your soul.
Which break? We're not going on any break. Oh.
Even the
We're not done yet.
Even the promo you're probably about to see right now with Mazino on the screen. You think it was a strategy that we used to put Mazino there?
Yes, I'm vain. I like it.
Let the young ladies breathe.
That's the reason why you guys hired me. Thank you very much.
Let us market what.
Let's go on a break now.
All right, then. Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And on a Thursday, we have Chef Tola. Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
All right, then. So I'm really excited. Why? Because I'm seeing loads of great colors and flavors already on display.
Okay.
Let's talk about what we're making today.
Okay, we're making Singaporean noodles, stir-fried way.
Okay.
And it's going to be fun because it's going to be colorful and it's a staple food all over the world.
But where's... Okay, Singapore, obviously, is where it originated from.
It's actually from China.
Oh, really? Singaporean noodles is from China?
Yeah, it's from China.
Interesting.
It's just the way of pronunciation.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
Okay,
make
all
it
right.
the Singaporean
Those are the
way.
ingredients you need if you want to try this at home. You need, of course, your noodles. You can get some chicken, drumsticks or lap, bell peppers, onions, spring onions, carrots, leek, green peppers, soy sauce, sesame oil, seasoning cubes, white pepper sausage, vegetable oil, garlic, and ginger.
Yeah.
All extremely aromatic flavors here. Goodness me. So we have these all on display. Let's go over these ingredients. You've done a lot of dicing here.
Yeah.
This is julienne, yes?
Yeah, Julian.
I've been learning
Julienne
from all you chefs. I've been
Okay,
learning.
That's great.
I love the way they're all cut, but they're all cut to a large size.
Okay.
You're not cutting this smaller than this at
They're
all.
not small, they're going to be smaller than this.
Okay.
Because by the time you stir fry, it becomes a little bit smaller, and you want it to be visible.
Okay,
The
okay.
colors will be visible in your meal, and it makes a whole lot of difference. Then chopping it up into smaller bits, and you won't be able to get that feel from a distance. You'll be able to see.
Yeah.
Because food is an art on its own.
Okay.
You have to be creative.
All right. Okay. So at this point, we've seen the ingredients. We're going to come back and show you everything we're going to be doing. But at this point, is standing by with our first guest.
Welcome back, people. Yes, with me on the couch right now is Abdulmumin Babatunde Edidi. He's a representative of the Lagos Central Senatorial District in the Nigerian Youth Parliament. And this morning he'll be talking to us about a healthy lifestyle program that they have for the youths in the Lagos Central Senatorial District this weekend. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for being here with us. So, other than this program that you have for the youths this weekend, you have also done a couple of other programs that focuses on, maintaining a better lifestyle for the young people, especially in the Lagos Central Senatorial District. So talk to us about how some of that experience, or what the experience has been so far for you and the response.
Well, so for me, it's been quite interesting because I get to build more capacity. I learn more on how to relate to the youth. Okay. But of course, the terrain is generally not so easy. So in terms of getting support, bringing on stakeholders and partners. But we are moving. So we've worked on drug abuse. We've tried to do a lot of capacity building for the youth. And of course, now we are promoting healthy lifestyle for the youth. Because, we are tired of doing GoFundMe for people every now and then. So.
Now let's talk about healthy lifestyle and why you guys decided to focus on that aspect in this regard.
Okay, so when you look at life expectancy in Nigeria, it's not what we want it to be. And for anyone to have such issues in Nigeria, you probably have started having some lifelong ailment from like 30 and all of that. So you find out that it's most common amongst young people. So we are promoting physical fitness, healthy dieting, blood donation, mental well-being, and of course we are doing health checks and health insurance, most importantly.
Health insurance,
yes.
Very, very important. Now let's talk about some of the feasibility studies that you guys must have done for you to have come to the point where you feel that the young people in that district need this healthy lifestyle program.
Yeah, so first off, you find out that drug abuse is rampant these days, and that has a lot of effects mentally, some vital organs like kidney issues and all of that amongst young people. Then there's a lot of stress in Lagos. Sure. You leave home 4:30 a.m. in the morning, you come back 9, you barely exercise, you barely get good food to eat within that period. So all of these things put together is why we are promoting healthy living amongst the youth in Lagos Central Senatorial District.
Okay. Now, I mentioned earlier about the response because, we live in a time where people are not so keen on their health. Everybody's just surviving.
Yeah.
Everybody's working to survive, working to earn a living. And that's why we have a lot of people working around with ailments that they're not even aware of.
Yes.
How do you plan to gather people, encourage them by getting them to be a part of this program that you're putting together on Saturday?
Yeah, so we have, people are booking tickets, it's free.
Okay.
It's fully free at Muri Okonla Park on this Saturday, 26th of August, starting from 7 a.m. We've partnered with mobility companies to move people down their discounted prices.
Oh, nice.
We're expecting over 1,000 people, and the ticket is almost fully booked as of this morning.
And then you have all the tools and people to work with to ensure that you cater to this 1,000 people that you have that you're expecting to have on ground.
Yes, there are a lot of partners on board. A lot of partners, iFitness, and all of those other partners that we have on board. So it's a total package, health package for the youth, healthy lifestyle. And as a youth representative, I'm bound to promote whatever it is that will make my people better.
Now, talking about you being a representative of the youth and the programs that your constituency is putting together to ensure a healthy lifestyle for the young people. Let's talk about some of the other programs that you guys have slated, for the year.
Yeah, so one of the programs coming up is menstrual hygiene for young schoolgirls. So we are promoting mental hygiene for young schoolgirls, how to make it easy and accessible. Drug abuse is still on the go, and of course, other programs, capacity building, skills development, and all of that. So many more to come.
You know what? Wishing you all the best and well done, Abdul Mumin. I mean, this is a very commendable and laudable effort. I must commend you and your team. Well done. And hopefully, I'm a young person. I will be there. I could stop over, to get, myself checked as well. Maybe also do a blood donation. Thank you.
It would be nice to have you, Amuro.
All right, great. And we'll have to head back to the kitchen, and where things are looking really, really, really good over there. TT.
Yes, they are, and hopefully you've had the chance to go and get your ingredients ready so you can cook along with us. Myself and Chef Tola are about to begin the Singaporean noodles. Now, Chef Tola was part of the WAFest team, that's the West African Food Festival team, and he was in charge of logistics, right?
Accommodation, logistics, and...
Wow, that must have been really stressful.
Well, but it's worth it.
Okay, well, of course. All those chefs from all over West Africa, amazing stuff. Well done. We have some oil in the pan already. Which one was it? Sesame oil.
Yes.
Sesame oil went in the pan. Yes. But then also we have a small saucepan with the noodles in it. These are rice noodles, yes?
Yeah, rice sticks.
Okay, rice cakes. Okay, so sticks.
Yeah, rice sticks.
Okay, so what do we do next?
Pour hot water over it and allow it to simmer.
Go ahead. Hot water over it. We're not boiling it.
No, we're not boiling it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to allow it to steam for like 5 minutes, and it's okay. We strain, then it can go on the burner. Okay.
So I can see the noodles sort of just decompressing into the saucepan there. Is the hot water enough?
It is.
It is? Okay. So you just cover that up?
Yeah, you might not even need to cover it. Just leave it like this for like 5 minutes, and it's fine.
Okay.
It will soak, it becomes bigger, and...
So it'll swell?
It will swell, yeah.
Interesting.
It will.
Okay, all right. So one of the reasons why I've never actually purchased this type of noodle, I've seen it in supermarkets, but I've never purchased it because I don't think I understood the process of actually getting it cooked. And I didn't want to overcook it. So boiling this is not a good idea?
No, boiling is not a good idea.
Okay.
Boiling is not a good idea.
All right.
Boiling makes it becomes like rice. It becomes more like chops up. It doesn't come up.
Oh, it doesn't.
Just like the noodles are supposed to be.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So this has 5 minutes. So we're waiting on that. What do we do next?
Start with the onions. That's to stir fry the onions, the carrots.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Some of these things together.
So we have the sesame oil there, and we have green peppers.
Yeah.
We have red peppers.
So, but the onion goes in first.
Onions in first. Okay, interesting. That's the sizzle we want to hear.
Yes.
That's the sizzle we want to hear. So, once again, those are the ingredients you need if you want to cook along with us at home. The noodles, rice noodles, or you called it something else?
Singaporean noodles.
No, I mean the noodle we soaked in
rice
hot
sticks.
Rice sticks.
Rice sticks.
Rice sticks. You can also get some chicken. You can get bell peppers, onions, spring onions, carrots, leeks, green peppers, soy sauce. Of course, we're using sesame oil right now. We're not using vegetable oil. We're using sesame oil here. Seasoning cubes, sausage, white pepper, vegetable oil, garlic, and ginger.
Okay.
All right. So what are we waiting on in the pan before we add the next ingredient?
we're going to put the carrot next.
Okay. Okay.
So that, because the carrot is a bit tougher than most of these other vegetables,
Okay.
so that in less than 5-10 minutes, it's all done because your rice sticks are already soft enough to go into it. So
Okay. So the carrots are in now.
the carrots are in.
So I'm used to seeing, as soon as the onions go in, I'm used to seeing the garlic and the ginger.
Yeah, the garlic and ginger will definitely go in.
Okay. But you're timing the carrots
Yeah,
first.
I'm timing the carrots. So it all becomes mixed together, a little bit soft. By the time the garlic comes in, the ginger comes in, the aroma goes up much more than it is now.
All right. So this is garlic paste.
Yeah, garlic paste, yeah.
Going in now. And then after that, we add our ginger. Yes? Am I right, Chef?
Yes, ginger.
Okay, so while we are blanching our onions and carrots in a pan, we're going to be taking a quick break right here.
And you're welcome. Since it's a Thursday, well, of course you know what we do here. It's called Artsy Thursdays for a reason. And today for Arts Display, we have Kemi Olakunle. He joins us to talk about his expressions. He's a native of Osun State and he's a visual artist. Secret about him is that he's also a musician as well. He plays juju music, but we'll talk about his art today. He's a graduate of the Yaba College of Technology and also majored in painting. Good to have you here, Kunle.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. First off, we've got just one of your art pieces here, which we'll be talking about in a minute, but we've also got plenty of your pictures, which you sent in from earlier. But first, I always like to ask artists, I'm very excited about expressions, but I always like to ask people, well, to give us a theme or define their art or their form or the theme of their art in maybe one or few words. So how would you define your kind of art?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I love the way I do my artworks in mixed media. I use different medium to express myself. So I did my artworks in different mediums and
so it's not just painting, it's painting, maybe a bit of structure to it, a bit
exactly.
of
it's not
this
just
and that,
painting. I have to add different materials
elements
together. I mean, exactly, thank you.
Wow.
Different elements together to bring out what I feel like, as in what my spirit, because I love quiet time. Every day I normally give myself like maybe 10-20 minutes quiet time to think.
Nice. I do that too every single morning. I come here so early and I like to be the only person in the place. Let's go to your artwork now. I'm going to raise this on the couch and I'm going to tell you what I think about your artwork. No, don't worry, it's not jam. But when I first saw this, along with some of the other ones that you sent in, I thought this person loves music. And hey, what did I know? Before I knew it, we found out that you're also a juju musician. Am I correct?
Yes.
So,
gospel
juju musician. So, am I correct if I say that this is inspired by some kind of music element? Am I correct?
Somehow.
Oh, then I'm wrong. Is this somehow? Because I was hoping out. Because I saw the strings on there, and I thought that looks like a guitar string or something. Strings and music go together, so I thought so. But let me let you define this for us. What is this called, and what exactly inspired it?
All right, that is called time.
Oh, time.
Time. The connection between the sky, the heaven and earth.
Oh.
It's time. And all the black rubbers there stands for human being. So you need to connect yourself with time so that you won't waste your time. So anything you are doing that is not useful for you and it's not useful for others, that means you are wasting your time. So when you connect yourself with the time, the Yoruba artists say that bi ojobanyi, bayebanyi, amambayeyi.
Let me try. Somebody should. Okay. Does it mean, yes, they want me to interpret it without actually being told. Did you just say the way time goes is how it comes back?
Exactly.
Karma.
Exactly.
So it goes and comes.
Exactly.
Hey, Mr. Sheggs, can I get a round of applause for my interpretation at least? Come on, somebody. Thank you, Titi. So you're inspired by more than the ordinary, more than the visual. You're inspired by how you feel.
Exactly.
And your heritage as well. You just made a Yoruba proverb is also one of the things that inspires your paintings as well.
Yes.
I like the fact that this is oil. Is that oil?
It's not oil, it's acrylic.
Acrylic. And that is what now?
They're both acrylic.
They're both acrylic.
So,
but this is more mosaic than that.
Exactly, I texturize my ground here, and I leave this. This ground means that it serves as the ground, that's the earth. So that's the sky.
Oh, earth and sky.
Exactly.
And then the connection.
Exactly.
Now I get it. I still can't remove the musical element in any case. But that's fantastic. So we're going to be showing a few other of your paintings on the screen here so viewers at home could see other expressions. So are your paintings or expressions all connected? Do you have like what we're looking at on the screen now? We can see this beautiful group of people. Oh, and there's another one again, the village setting. What connects most of your artwork? Is it the people? Is it the form? Is it what? Oh, that is beautiful.
You see, that one you're seeing on the screen right now, that one that just is opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yes,
the one with the beautiful lady.
Yes, I titled opportunity. So you see that beautiful lady was wearing is wearing a costume. That's carnival costume.
Yeah, carnival. Yeah,
exactly. And that carnival costume can only be worn on the festive period. That's the December carnival.
Yeah.
And when you miss that time, you can't. You have to wait. So when you have the opportunity, grab
Take it.
So that leads to time.
Ah. So is that the element then? Is time the element that, themes your work? Could we say that?
Yes.
Okay, very interesting.
Time, opportunity.
Time and opportunity. All right, fantastic. So your artwork, they appeal to everybody or people who are more culturally inclined, would you say? Who does it appeal to? Who do you find that embraces your kind of painting more? Is it people who are rooted in Nigerian culture or foreigners?
Well, I'll say both.
Okay.
I'll say both because what I'm talking about is not just in Nigeria.
It doesn't just pertain to Nigeria.
Exactly.
All right, fantastic. Your art pieces, for instance, this. If I wanted to have this in my place, in my home, what would it cost me? Everybody laughs when I ask them that question. Why? But I just like to know because artworks are something that you can't put a price on, quite frankly.
Exactly.
It depends how emotionally invested you are as the artist or the person who's consuming it visually. How much I'd want to pay could be a whole lot more than you even estimated. So I understand when artists don't want to tell exactly how much they want to sell certain paintings. Are we looking forward to having an exhibition of any sort sometime soon of all your artworks like what we've just seen on television?
Yes, very soon by December.
In December?
Yeah,
okay.
planning towards an exhibition.
All right.
My wife too, she's...
Oh, your wife is an artist as well?
Yes.
Wow, your house must be very colorful. So in December, you guys are going to have an exhibition together, both of you. Yeah. You should have brought her on the show. Would have loved to have her on. What's going to be the theme of the artwork since it's you and
Although our own work, she's working on Candy Crush.
Candy Crush?
It's still time.
It's still time.
Because when you're supposed to be doing some other things, you'll be playing Candy Crush, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
So she has a series of Candy Crush.
So she's a Candy Crush enthusiast.
Exactly.
Oh, that is very interesting. So. Now, I've never met an artist who was married to another artist, and I'm wondering what your kids would be like. Are you bringing up an artsy home? I'm sure that you'd encourage art, unlike my parents who, I don't hold anything against them, but I wish they let me express my artistic side more than the other sides of me. But what's your home like as an artist married to another artist?
Well, I will just leave my kids to decide. So, but normally they have to pick from us.
Okay.
One or two will pick that line.
Okay.
That line.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Well, Mr. Kunle, thank you very much for coming to display and show us your beautiful artworks. It's very, very interesting to have you here. And we're looking forward to that joint exhibition between you and your wife sometime in December. Please let us know. Make sure that we're invited so we can come and cover it and see the beautiful pieces that you guys would be displaying then. And of course, maybe you should have on display a band so we could hear some of your gospel music.
Yes, I have to.
Integrate.
Exactly.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Kunle.
Thank you,
well, thank you very much for watching Art Display here. I just want to show this one more time because I think it's a beautiful art piece. This is by our artist here, Kunle, in the studio, and it is Time. Time? It's called Time, what now?
Time, yes.
Time. Well, so thank you very much, everybody. But this is not the only beautiful thing happening inside of the studio. I'd like you guys to take your attention to the kitchen where Titi is hard at work with our chef, and we can already smell the aroma, which is beautiful. Titi, by the way, Did I tell you guys I am very hungry? I had nothing to eat yesterday for a reason. But today, I'm definitely going to be diving into that meal.
Chef Tola is here, and he is making Singapore noodles. We're well on our way, but what is the next step, Chef?
We're adding in the noodles.
Go ahead. So you recently strained the noodles. But, the way you put the noodles in, I'm just so nervous. Will the ingredients go right round that way? Yeah. Okay. Woo. Okay, all right. So now I noticed also you didn't put any form of oil in the noodle.
No, there's
so
oil in the pan.
There's oil in the pan.
There's oil in the pan. If I need it, I'll add more oil.
Okay. Using 2 wooden spoons definitely makes it look easier. Because I was wondering.
Yeah, I love flipping, but I mean, it's way too much for me to flip now because of the handles.
Okay. Hey. So when we're preparing pasta, it's sort of common practice to put some form of oil or butter in the pasta to make sure it doesn't stick together. So now you're adding some sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
Is that for the same reason?
For the same reason.
Okay.
I'm going to be adding the soy sauce to get everything on the way.
Okay. You added some garlic paste earlier on.
Yes, I did add garlic paste.
You can definitely smell that in the air. And that looks like oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce, sesame oil, and soy sauce. All extremely flavorful, aromatic oils there, all going in. So I did notice that you've also put the chicken in a pan, but you're not exactly frying it. What's happening with the chicken?
The chicken is already grilled.
Okay.
Just heating it up. It's grilled chicken. So heating it up to give it that perfect taste, the texture that I actually want. So it's pre-done, so it's just going to be in here for some few minutes and it will be ready for consumption.
So this looks like a lot of work, these noodles.
It's simpler depending on how much of it you're doing at the go.
So I did note that the carrots look nice and tender now. You also added the sausage, the julienne sausage there as well.
Yeah, julienne sausage. It's actually optional. You can use shrimps, depending on, your taste bud and what you like. Some people don't like too much of shrimps, some do.
Okay.
And some don't even like the sausage. They prefer the shrimps instead. Depends on your appetite and your kind of person.
Now, there are still seasoning cubes here and quite a lot of vegetables. Are these going in now?
The vegetables are coming in last. I'm putting in the seasoning cubes now.
Okay. Any particular, is it crayfish? Is it chicken or
chicken flavor?
Great. So at this point, I've noted that you are not adding any other form of oil, no other oil except for the sesame oil.
You can put a little bit of stock if you have stock.
Chicken stock, maybe?
Chicken stock will be preferable. So just to make it so that it doesn't become too dry.
Okay, fantastic. So we're definitely getting there. Yeah. And so you mentioned earlier if you had decided to put the noodles to the boil, they might have started maybe coming apart.
And now they're still together.
Yes,
so that they give you that the tenderness you want. They're not too soft, they're not too hard, but they're just enjoyable when you're eating it.
All right, fantastic.
So now we're adding in the vegetables.
All right,
after that, we correct the seasoning, and that's all.
So I'm really looking at these vegetables. Now the green, yellow, and red peppers seem to be going in next.
Yes.
All right. Now I know that these don't take long to cook.
No, they don't.
They don't take long to cook.
You want to retain the freshness, you want to retain all the vitamins, if possible, in it.
This is spring onions.
Spring onions and
leeks. So I'm not sure the difference between spring onions and leeks in terms of flavor.
They're quite different in terms of flavor.
Really? But okay, so for leek now, if I only have spring onions, does the leek have a special effect on the Singaporean noodles? or if I just have spring onions, is that okay?
If you have spring onion, it's okay. It's not as if it has special effect, but it adds to the color and the vitamins that you get from it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sold on the nutritional benefits there. Chef Tola, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For showing us how to put this together. And so we are taking a trip to Asia with today's meal right here in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Hopefully you're on that trip with us. Make sure you don't go anywhere too far.
Second hour of Wake Up Nigeria for a Thursday. Very much unlike most breakfast shows out there. We always like to make sure we put in the extra to outdo the first one. So yeah, that's what we do here.
Oh, goodness me, we do. We actually do. Even if we do say so ourselves, we kind of take pride in serving only the best at breakfast. And it's not just us tooting our horn.
Toot.
It's facts.
Yes, indeed. It's lights, camera, and Wake Up Nigeria inside the kitchen. How's it going in there?
Ha! Now, wow. This is our technical director, Sha. I'm still here on this show with the chef in the kitchen. And I think our Singaporean noodles are almost ready, right?
Yeah.
It's looking really, really good, guys. Very good. I think it's something you all should try out this weekend. Something different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Our Singaporean noodles from China.
Yes, so. In fact.
Very interesting.
But we won't wait any further. We are gonna get off. Get the show on the road.
Yes, indeed.
My name is Titilayo. So
I thought you were going to forget to do that. My name is Mazino Bill, guys.
Why would I forget my name?
Welcome. So, hey, we're going to let you guys know exactly what's coming up for the rest 45 minutes. But remember, you guys can stream the show live. We're at tvcentertainment.tv, Facebook, and of course on YouTube. And of course, you can also carry us with you anywhere you want to go if you have the app in your phones.
Yeah.
It's iOS and Google Play Store available.
Yeah, but you are probably watching us right now on GOTV channel 16 or indeed UHF band 49. We're right there live as well. We're also here for those comments. We love to read them and connect with them as well at TVC Connect on all our social platforms.
All right, now it's a Thursday. And of course, along with the art, we also have tech. And today we've got a very interesting young individual here. Today on Tech, we are joined by Douglas Kendison. Now, he's the founder CEO of Seller.co. Now, I said Seller.co. And we'll come back to that. It's an online store builder for anyone looking to monetize their knowledge or skill via digital products like ebooks, courses, services, and all the likes. Now, he's had a lot of experience, but I'm going to let him tell us all about it. You are welcome here, Mr. Kendison. I like that name, by the way. But we'll go with Doug.
Yes.
Doug is fine, yes?
Doug works.
So let's talk about Seller.co.
Okay.
Interesting facts meeting me this morning. You've been running Seller.co for a couple of years now, not just a couple of years.
A long time.
A long time. But let's talk about the beginning. When did you get started exactly?
2016. So interestingly, I had a job in 2016. I was like 19, and I'd seen a lot of people try to sell things to teach people how to do stuff. I think one of the interesting things that I noticed about Nigerians is people actually are always teaching people how to do stuff.
Yeah, every day.
Charging people to do stuff.
Even in the bus.
It was just a thing of like, oh, they do this offline, they do this like in a class, but it was happening. And it's a case of, how do you take this online, or how do you do this better? And I'm very happy that we started then.
Okay.
It didn't even reach its full impact from 2016, 2017, 2018. I think we started doing well in 2020. I mean, unfortunately, it happened because of COVID.
Aha, so I was going to get there. But first, before we go on with that narrative, Seller.co provides a platform for people to monetize their talents or monetize what they know and put it out there for people to learn from.
Yeah.
So in forms of, what kind of forms does it take? Ebooks or?
So the thing about digital products is it really can be anything. Mm-hmm. So I've seen ebooks, I've seen worksheets, I have seen Excel financial planners, I have seen checklists. CCME sells a timetable, like a food timetable for Nigerians. And there's so many things that people find value in, and if you know what it is, you could just package it in that way.
This is very interesting.
Okay.
I'm a voiceover artist. I do voiceovers.
Yes.
So if I want to package that talent for people to learn from,
yes,
what do I have to do? What format does it have to take on Seller.co?
I think with voiceover, it would have to be like more audio or video. We have a lot of people that sell courses teaching people how to do this. Now, interestingly, I guess this is a free tip.
Please, go ahead.
I would say what a lot of creators do is they sort of test the market with small trainings.
Okay.
So they do, whether it's virtual trainings, it can be on Zoom. So you could just say, oh, I have a class. It's 50K to learn how to do voiceover work. And they record that class. So they charge for the class is 50K, people pay. And trust me, people will pay because you have the value. And after recording the video from the class, you can cut up those videos and make a course.
Wow.
And you can sell that course and you never have to be physically present to make money again.
You, my friend, are going to have a long discussion with me after this show because you're going to make me some money.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to.
So this is very interesting because I've struggled with that. I've struggled with getting a physical forum together, putting the announcement out there, getting people to register and all of this. So you're saying I can package all of that in little courses, put it on seller.co, just sit back and watch the money roll in.
Exactly.
Wow.
Without being physically involved every day of your life.
That's fantastic. Now, you mentioned something. You mentioned two things, actually. One, that you were 19 when you put this up 6 years ago, when you started this up 6 years ago. The second one was about the fact that COVID accelerated it. We'll talk about that in a minute. Being 19 and putting out such an interesting body of, interesting instrument together. How encouraged were you to do that, being a young person?
I think I'd always just been a laser enterprising at the time. But the beauty of this is, for the first 4 years when I was running Seller, I have had a full-time job. I only quit my full-time job in, I think, the beginning of 2021.
When you started making money from Seller.co?
No, I wasn't even making, I couldn't even pay myself then because the money I was making as a software engineer paid me almost way too much money, and I couldn't pay myself that from the business because it was too much. But at the end of the day, it's a function of, it was a small side project that I was excited about, and I decided to just keep doing it. I guess I never left it because if something wasn't doing sporadically well, especially like in startup culture where so many things, if you're not big in the first 1 year, you're dead. But this is a thing where the market also had to sort of appreciate and be better, and that has made this industry work.
And then the unfortunate instance of COVID made it fortunate for you. How?
Because nobody could do physical classes anymore.
There you go.
Everybody had to do their trainings online. I mean, I know a lot of like training centers, and we don't even, it's not just trainings. People that do a lot of events, they're like, maybe we should do this online. This will save us a lot of money. And not everybody has landmark center money.
Yeah,
to
tell me about it. 13 million.
Yeah.
You know about that, yes. Well, interestingly, that came to the rescue. So far, if you weren't able to pay yourself back then, right now, are you making the big bucks?
I am making enough to.
Are you let me make it louder.
Yeah.
For people in the back, are you making the big bucks?
We make enough, and we are profitable, and I think that's really the important thing for us. We're profitable. We can ensure that everyone is well taken care of. We can build a great product, and the team is happy. And I think that's really all that one could ask.
Are investors flocking to you? I mean, because we've had instances where young people put up apparatus, and then before you know it, foreign buddies actually bought them from off of them. You've worked for one of such people before.
Yeah.
So do you have that eye on you from people who might be investors at this time?
Interestingly, again, in all of my career, I have only worked at companies that have been funded. And I guess that also informed how I viewed what a company needs funding for. Because I've seen people blow funding on like things that don't matter. I've seen people use funding on just very specific things. So at the end of the day, I think I'm very aware that if I have enough money to market my product, to pay my team, that's really enough. And I think investors have asked if I want to like raise money, and I'm not ready yet.
Not ready yet.
I don't even think I want to because I love peace.
I feel you. That's fantastic. Now, it's very interesting, this instrument, but how are people embracing it? Are you getting is it easy to embrace? If I'm the guy that sells Google Anekpa, for instance, and I want to train people how to make the best Google Anekpa in the world, is it easy for me to adopt it?
Yes, and I guess yes and no. I think the beauty of this is all you need is a smartphone. And I'm not trying to make this about courses, even though that's, I think, one of the biggest categories of people that sell. But I have people that have made courses with just their smartphone and a tripod. They set it up, because again, it's their knowledge. It's things that they've learned from the work that they know. And they uploaded that. And I think we have a story of like a girl in like uni that also does a hair business. And I think in her first month of sales, she made like 500K. And this is not even about, I guess Nigerians love like money stats, but There are just so many of this and so many ways in which people monetize things that you just would never have thought of.
Wow, okay. Well, at the end, I'd like to ask how big this is going to get.
I mean, I guess our industry is estimated to like 104 billion.
So when are you going to sell?
We are getting there. We are getting there. We are getting there. We are getting
In the
there.
beginning, you said you weren't going to. You love it too much, but now you're getting there. Am I persuading you?
We are getting there because Nigerians are really one of the most enterprising people that I think I've seen.
True.
They will sell anything and people will buy anything.
True. Well, as long as it's not the Nigerian Prince instance, I think
Please.
let's take that.
Yes, please.
Well, listen, it has been grand having this conversation with you, dog.
Thank you, Mazin.
And like I said, we really are going to be having a conversation on
I
how we're going to put me on Seller.co with my voiceover courses. So don't be in a hurry to leave, okay?
I will wait.
Well, I'm sure you've learned something out there about Seller.co, and of course you've met Doug here. And if you're interested, you know where to go. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We've still got a little left on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be back.
Hey,
Look
we're
at those
feeling
smells,
that.
dropping it like it's hot. All right, we have right now on the couch Aloysius Onyejegbu. He's popularly known as 2MS. Sounds like two
minutes.
DMX.
Oh, 2MS. Really?
I don't know. Is giving a certain 2-something vibes. I'll remember later on, yeah.
He's an actor, he's a rapper, he's also from Anambra State. He's
Yeah.
one of the pioneers of the Lagos State Film Institute. He's also a member of the Actors Guild of Nigeria. And now, when it comes to Nollywood movies, plenty. Series, plenty. It's about us getting to know him even more. Welcome to the show.
Hello, welcome. Thank you.
See how chilled he
I
looks
wonder,
now.
like I'm wondering.
See the aggression in that last scene.
It comes with the job, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, how many times did you have to shoot that particular scene with the lady? And how was it for you?
It was stressful anyway. I mean, having to handle a lady like that.
Yeah.
But then it's part of the job, so we just do it.
I mean, you made it look a bit too easy,
Right, right. It was too believable. I guess that's how good of an actor you are.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're an actor, you're also a rapper. Talk to us. Which of them is your first love?
Well, I started out with rapping, music per se. So, but then movie also was alongside, so I was just pushing the two.
Yeah.
You know, because like I tell people, there's no successful movie without a music.
Oh, okay.
And there's no successful music without a movie.
Oh, okay.
Hence, you have the music videos and all that.
Okay.
So whichever comes first. But
All
then,
right. But when did it begin for you? When did it begin?
way back, like way back when I was, probably in my secondary school days.
That's rap.
Yeah, rap.
Okay.
Rap.
Okay.
Yeah, rap. We started, miming Eminem, the likes of Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, and all that.
Wow.
And then when I got to the higher institution, I decided to carve a niche for myself. Hence my name, 2MS, like you said.
Yeah.
Sounded more like DMS and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I probably coined it. It's a mixture of.
So I was right?
Yeah.
I wasn't just making it up.
No, yeah, you're right, kind of.
It sounds very.
Because I coined it.
Kind of
it's a mixture of, two metals.
Oh.
Alloy. They normally call me then metal man in school. Alloy metal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you mix copper and zinc, it gives you brass, which is an alloy. So, I mean.
Wow.
that
Okay,
brought about
here we go.
Two metals actually sounds very nice. Sounds like hardcore.
Yeah.
But we know how hardcore Nigerian parents can be. When your family, heard that you were going into this full time, what did they tell you?
It was hectic, honestly. I mean, from my kindred, in fact, in my own village, I can't really point out one person who probably took up this kind of profession. Because, once you introduce yourself as an Igbo person, from Anambra, it's always a business. It's always business. But here I'm bringing in entertainment, because it's music, movie business. I'm bringing in entertainment in this angle. It's like a play, but then you're making money off it. Okay. So it was so fresh for them. They couldn't really, believe or see my vision. Well, I thank God today everybody's happy and they're smiling with me too.
Yeah, because you're making the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about you being a member of the Actor Guild of Nigeria.
Okay.
Talk to us about your experience, because there's been a few, let's say, speculations and rumors about, its management of, those in, those in the body Like that's the members, that's the guild. Talk to us about your experience, as being a member of the body and what it's doing for you. Do you think it's really, really catering to your needs as an actor?
Okay. I guess at this point, I probably need to take this out.
Okay.
So you can see me. Okay. I like introducing myself as a new and old Nollywood member.
Oh, okay.
Because there are two. Being an old Nollywood member and a new Nollywood member. So when you talk about the old Nollywood member, you're talking about where the guild now comes in.
Yeah.
Because I'm part of the old and new.
Okay.
I started out when you probably would go for an audition. I think then it was at Winnie's Surulere somewhere.
Surulere, yes.
Yeah, so when after an audition, you need to come back to check for a cast list, which will be pasted somewhere on the notice board.
Yep.
So we went through all that. That was during the era of analog. Nobody has this social media, phone stuff.
You've been in the industry that long?
Yeah, I've been there because I grew up. All this started probably on my street.
Okay.
So that was why I was so used to it. So then you go to check your name on the cast list, and then after that, the director now invites you over again for a final cast list, and then the location will be chosen for people to go shoot to the film. So then the guild was really active then because, we had a place.
Yeah, as a location.
A location. It's like a labor job, Everybody just comes and gather in a particular place. You need the police, you can come pick one or two.
Yeah.
You need this, you need that.
That was
everybody
area of
good, correct. So everybody was stationed at a particular place. So then the guild could probably mastermind the activities of actors.
Yeah.
But then when, change is constant, everything had to evolve. We're now moving from normal home videos to cinema, so then a lot of
and
people...
now streaming platforms.
Streaming platform came up. So a lot of people are now probably well-educated. The elites now decided to come into it, start tapping from the raw talent. So then I think the guild at that point started becoming destabilized. Because they couldn't really mount everywhere. Private companies are coming up. You have different private movie companies here and there. So they couldn't really mastermind the activities of actors. And that's why you have people just come out from anywhere and just call themselves an actor and all that. So, but fast forward to now, everybody is probably trying to see how they can make ends meet. And that's why you have different people coming together, trying to be actors, skit makers now claim to be actors, so it's just interwoven somehow.
So when you say skit makers now claim to be actors, do you think they are not actors?
Well, professionally, because I used to say entertainment is big, it's vast, you understand? But then skit makers are skit makers. They are probably, there is a segment of comedians.
Okay.
There are a segment of comedy.
So don't call them.
More like, they're not actors. Real actors.
The real training for acting.
Yeah.
Theater arts.
Good.
They've not gone through that, which is what a lot of actors have actually said. Real actors, or more trained actors have actually said that skit makers still have quite a way to go.
Of course.
But then again, they seem to have the influence. They have the followers that movie makers need.
Thank you. And movie makers, a lot of movie producers are, tapping from that experience, from their traffic, from their influence. So, yeah. Yeah,
that's why I talked about the new Nollywood. So that is where the new Nollywood now comes in, because everybody is now looking out for streaming platforms and all that. So skit makers are also making it easier, because most times you see most of us actors featuring in some of their clips. You see? So there's this synergy.
Because you're leveraging on each other.
Of course, there's this synergy. We're all working together.
Right.
After all, it's entertainment,
Okay.
All right. But now, at this point in time, when you compare and contrast old and new, is it still about the craft, or is it now more about the money?
Well, back then it was about the craft. It was about the raw talent. It was about the passion. Few people that came together. I think in the 90s, hence Living in Bondage was brought to be, and then moving forward, other people started coming in, and they started tapping from the raw talent, and then money-making venture erupted. So, but basically, now, I think it's about the money. Okay. But it depends on the person, per se, because we still have real actors, people who are really dedicated to this job, somebody like me, I'm an extremist. Like what you just saw.
Yeah,
so.
we saw.
Yeah, so
that was quite extreme.
I'm a trained actor. You know, I shout out to Madu Chikwendu, the former president of the Producers Guild of Nigeria. He actually brought the Lagos State Film Institute close to us. For those who couldn't even go to school then, it was easy for them to afford a certificate under acting, so they can practice professionally.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so.
Fantastic.
Okay, you've talked about craft and you've talked about money.
Yeah.
So which is it for you now? Because you have transitioned and you have you've experienced different phases of the industry.
Yeah.
So where are you now?
My dear, for me now, it's all about the cheddar. It's all about the cheddar. So it's all about the cheddar. But then I wouldn't want to abuse it. Like everywhere you see camera, you see my face. You practically won't even see me in any film. God has helped me. Like every film I feature in are probably a must-watch. It's a film you just want to watch. Like when we did Omogeto, the saga, that came about, I think, I don't used to count 2020 in my calendar because nothing happened. But with Omogeto, I'm so grateful. Shout out to Funke Akindele because that job actually blew me up. It was one of my biggest jobs ever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I was camped with a whole lot of celebrities in the job.
Yeah.
I partook in one of the toughest fight scenes in that movie.
Wow.
I had series of training for like 3 months with stunts, directors and all that. So, and then Omogeto came to be. So for me, it's about the money. But then I'm still selective. You know?
All right. There's one other movie you mentioned a little earlier on.
Oh yeah, Unforgivable.
Unforgivable.
Yes, Unforgivable.
Recent project?
Yeah, that was just I think some months back.
Okay.
One of my
and
recent
it's
jobs.
out now?
Yeah, it's out in the cinema.
Oh,
Unforgivable.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Unforgivable.
Yeah.
All right.
Produced by Osezua Elimehe.
Fantastic.
I mean, we have utterly enjoyed this conversation. We need to check out one more
Time.
Aha.
Yeah.
Welcome back, people. Fitz, over to you.
Yes, so Chef Tola has been hard at work.
Yeah.
He took us all the way to China with his Singaporean noodles.
I was gonna say, don't forget, it's Singaporean noodles from China.
Yes, it is.
Interesting one.
And right now, we would love for you to taste this. There's a lovely array of ingredients in there, some really fresh vegetables, and of course, look at that chicken. Huh?
Yeah.
Thank goodness you gave it to the guests. Mazino was eyeing that chicken.
No, there's still plenty here.
All right, let's
I
move it over to
Don't worry.
them.
Please help.
Wow.
Thank goodness.
These guys take a taste. And while you guys are doing that, I wanted to just note something that rarely happens on the show. Today on the show, we had an all-male guest list. Yay!
Wow.
Including our chef.
Mazino.
So today I don't feel odd.
Really? Mazino,
Because other times it's always all female.
don't worry.
So happy it's all male.
Mazino, you will always be an oddball.
All right, guys, please
Sure.
do go ahead and taste.
Once they have a taste, we'll know what it's like.
All right.
So,
This is very interesting. I don't know what my face is gonna look like.
Go ahead.
but this is me in China, in Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Singaporean
So-
noodles from China made in Nigeria.
Yeah, you can tell
Exactly.
people that well, on the Wake Up Nigerian show, we took you to China.
And Singapore and everywhere.
Singapore
and
and
brought you
everywhere
back.
Tola is waiting for that verdict.
What's it like?
What
What's
do
it
you
like?
think?
It is actually really good. But I also really love stir fry.
You love
Nice.
sauce.
But it's really good.
All right.
Okay.
And I don't
sticking
like
up-
spicy food, and this is just perfect. It's like,
Oh, great.
Fantastic.
For me,
right.
this is okay.
Grand.
Good. Delicious.
Fantastic.
All right.
thank you.
All right.
Listen,
All
man.
right. To all the way you were rolling your eye just now.
I wanted to say-
You want pepper. You want pepper. You don't want pepper.
Titi, I wanted to say
So I am
that,
having the best time of my life.
I wanted to say that you would make a good candidate for Big Brother, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Please.
I should tell them. Abi. Alrighty, guys.
All right, so the universe has heard you. Guys, thank you so much. For
Thank you,
being on
everybody.
our show, people, and for you at home watching. Have a great day.
Bye bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Bye.